to get my family and I's budget, our money from the red into the black. So I know it's been a while. June has been another crazy month, which was totally unexpected. And that would be largely my miscalculation. I believe I mentioned before, but my husband and I, we have a set of twins, and they're 13 years old, and they graduated 8th grade. And I didn't take into account, graduation, their dance, a celebratory dinner. I didn't think about how much time that would take up for me. In addition to that, the last week and a half, I had been sick, and oddly enough, my only symptom was really I had a hoarse voice. Excuse me, and I'm not entirely sure it's 100%, but now I can actually talk without scaring anyone. So there that is. So that's been what's been going on. I didn't budget the beginning of the month. I did the end of the month, and it was just the last 2 weeks I did a budget for that. I didn't post it because at the time I was not feeling well, but I do have the video, so I'm debating if I should post it. More than likely I won't, and just start fresh from this point forward and just keep it moving. But today I wanted to do a little unboxing. I've already taken out the box, but I haven't taken it out the bag or set it up. And one of the things I decided while I was sick was to, redo the 100 envelope challenge, and to just take my time with it to pay off debt, instead of trying to clump it together like my original plan was. I think this method will be less stressful. And yeah, so that's what we're doing today. So I'm gonna open this one up, and no, I'm not putting it in 100 envelopes. Tried that before, and not that it didn't work out. It's just keeping up with it and having the box and all of that. And I see the people with cute little boxes and everything. And that's great. I'll just put that up there very quick. And I'm not knocking it, but if I can just store it in a few of these. So I have another binder, an older one. I'll show you that one later. But that binder I bought like 2 years ago. Well, I'll just show it to you really quickly. So I have this one, and I'm gonna set this one up to be like my month ahead one. So I've already kind of started, as you can see here. But this one, I used a few, like last year and the year before, to save up for our Disney cruise. So my mother was turning 70, and we did a Disney cruise as a big family trip for her. And so I just took a bunch of these. I had money I saved one envelope for like tips, one envelope for flights, one envelope for the cost of our room, and then another one for spending money, and I kept it all in here. And so when it was time to go, I had all the cash except for flights, because I took that money, paid for it, and then we had some extra, so I reallocated it to other things. But that's what I did, and I just took the envelopes out, kept them separate in my person bag, locked it up when I needed to, and that's what I did for Disney. So I'm thinking if I restart the 100 envelope challenge, do it in a binder system as well, then that'll work for me. So Um, I haven't, like, I'm just gonna, I maybe have to cut this down just to fit it over here, but I'll figure that out later, or rewrite it or redo it, what have you. But I just called it the road to 5,050 because that's how much you're supposed to end up with. And so yeah, I'm just gonna fill up the envelopes as I go and mark off the numbers and keep it simple. So my kids are now officially out of school. I'm excited about them going to high school. They're excited about going to high school. You know, hubby, their dad, is also like, oh my God, high school. So we'll have to think about you know, what the future will hold and entail for them. And we're super excited for this chapter of their life. And they started off middle school in the panorama. I won't say the real word, but the panorama. They started off middle school that way, doing virtual school, and that was part of the reason I changed jobs at that time. So I went from nursing in the hospital to ambulatory clinic, and because of my particular job function, I only had to go in when patients in my particular program had to go in. So I was able to do lots of their schooling from home. My husband was only home for a little bit with his job because his job very much requires being in person. So he was home for a few weeks, and then, you know, when they didn't have any more home work from home, he had to go in. So even though I am a RN, he got you know, emergency pay, and I did not. It was just my salary. So, which was actually very helpful during that time. You know, the cost of you know, just being home, utilities went up, eating more meals at home, that kind of thing. Our expenses went up during that time. So his emergency pay was very much needed. And even though I was seeing patients, especially in my specialty, yeah, I didn't qualify. So that's how they started middle school, is school from home. And we quarantined those months. I had my great niece with me, who I think, if I remember correctly, was about 5 at that time. So she started first grade. Oh, I said the word. I'm gonna have to bleep it out. Panorama. Yeah. So this last year was like their first normal year, and it was also their last year of middle school. So they did go in person last year, you know, with the mask, distancing, and everything still in place. But this year was, excuse me, back to business as usual. So we're super proud of them. We know it was rough. And of course, you know, as a whole, we don't know how our students will be affected because of it over the long haul, but I'm super proud of them. They did good, pretty good in their schoolwork, considering. So we're proud of them. Okay, so got the envelopes in. I'm not picky about where they're placed because literally this is just motivation to pay off debt. And like I said, I did super good with saving the money for Disney in one of these, that Disney cruise. So that's why I just figured I'd just go back to this, because seeing that money stack up, trying to throw those little plastic things, seeing that money stack up was motivational. And if I remember correctly, I was able to save something like $2,400 just for spending. I think I had another $500 or $600, for tips and things like that. And the trip itself, just the cruise itself was like $5,000, but instead of like saving that up as I had money for it, I would put it directly towards the cruise. And I found a couple ways to make it cheaper and get percentages off, especially using gift cards. So you buy the gift cards, it helps you with your trip being a little cheaper. Okay, so the budget sheets, I think I am gonna just put one in here and then I don't think I need to. I'm gonna maybe save these for my month ahead binder. So I got this off Amazon, just came a day ago yesterday, and I don't really think I need to put anything on it, housing, miscellaneous, because I'm just doing the savings. So I don't know if I just want to put savings on the first one. I mean, yeah, why not? Let's put savings on the first one, and that'll be it. But I know it'll take a few of these envelopes. Like one of these envelopes, again, when I saved before, I was able to keep, $2,000+ bucks in it. So I'm assuming I'll fill up a couple of these, a few of them, and then I can put the rest over there. So that's what I'll do. I'll do that on the next video. So savings. So yeah, that's what we'll do. These, I'll go ahead and move out of the way. Don't think I need these right now, so I'll move those two. Okay, so road to 5,050. So to be honest, I actually have a little cash in my wallet now, and I'm gonna go ahead and take that out. Here's my cash. So when I did the children's allowance for this week, I went ahead and got it and paid them for this week and the past week as we owed them. I took a little extra out, what I knew we could, take out without no problem. So as of right now, this was from the previous week, but I'm just going to go ahead and add it. I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And so $60 and 10, $2 and singles. And I'm not gonna just do like 60 and mark it off. I'm gonna try to mark off, just get many in the first row as possible. So as you can see, 5 rows, each goes up to 20. Bam. So marking off more than a couple, or marking a few of them at a time is actually, for me, more motivational. So for the $2, I'm definitely just gonna mark off 2. And do I want to color them in? Yes, because why not? And I'm gonna just use some liners for now. I have a bigger pack, but let's just use these. So mark off $2. And I don't want the ink to bleed, so I don't know if you guys can. Oh, you see it. All right. So $2 is going in. Where I think they have an envelope. Oh, it'll be fine. It'll open. Okay, so we'll do $2 for that one. And then I also think I'm gonna mark off 9 and 1 for $10. And that was I'm getting ready to mark off the wrong one. Okay. So 9. So that's a 10. Put that in the front. And then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 left. So how do I want to break that one up? Oh, sorry, I saw a spot. Didn't have any color in it. Let's see. 10, 8, 18, plus 7. Okay, I'm gonna get the calculator. See how far I can get. Okay, so or I could do like 47 and 3 and keep it simple. Yeah, that sounds good to me. 47 and 3. Because that's still motivational, right? Yeah. Okay, is that cuddled in nicely? Okay, so there goes our 50, 47 and 3. And then as this particular envelope starts to get a little full, move on to the next one. Okay, I can eat though. So yeah, I think this will work out just fine. I'm gonna, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna cut this down and like slide it over here so we could just whip it out next time and get to it. So yep, that's where we're doing. So yeah, I'm hoping this will be more motivational like it was again for our cruise. It was super motivational to see that money stacking up, and I kept, you know, like little sheets that you saw in there that came with it. I kept sheets like that, and I just had the date, how much I added or took out, and the running balance, and labeled across the top what it was. And that worked super well. So nothing wrong with starting over, doing a refresh, especially if if you feel like something is stressing you out. Do what you have to do to keep your mental health together. It could be super tempting. I know it was for me to like try to do all the things, and especially now that I'm recording it instead of just doing it for myself. And this process was made to be fun for me. Like starting the channel, it was supposed to be fun, and it was supposed to hold me accountable and not add additional stress. So that's why I'm starting over and doing it this way. Yeah, and I think this will be better for me as far as keeping the stress down and just having fun with the process. I want this, even though I'm saving to pay off debt, in particular credit cards, I still want to make it as fun as possible because everything else is stressful, right? So why add to that? Keep it down as much as possible. So this is what I'm gonna do moving forward, and I don't know if I'll be pulling from hubby's pay as well or just from mine, but we'll work on that one step at a time, one day at a time, one thing at a time. So yeah, this is what we're gonna do. I want to thank you so much for joining with me today and being patient, because it's been a few weeks since I posted. So I really appreciate you guys hanging around and sticking around with me. Please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.